Hi, this is Chef of Warshot. Today I'm going to show you how to make red velvet cookies. These are pretty simple to bake. The recipe does call for pastry flour or cake flour, but I'm using all-purpose flour because that's all I have on hand. So keep in mind, if you have the correct flour, your cookies will come out a little bit thinner, and that's the outcome of the cookies. So let's go ahead and start this recipe. Here in this bowl I have my flour, and we're going to sift together the some of the dry ingredients, not all of them. I have some unsweetened cocoa powder. And the reason why we're sifting these ingredients together is just to make sure there isn't any lumps in the flour, or these ingredients are not lumpy in the flour. And your end product, you'll end up biting down into it, and it's not very pleasant. Here I have salt and baking soda that I'm going to sift. So now we're going to mix these dry ingredients together. Sifting your baking powders and baking sodas and salt in general, sifting these ingredients will help ensure that your end baked product is correct. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to combine or cream together our sugars and butter. So you'll need butter into the mixing bowl. And here I have white sugar and brown sugar. And we're going to cream these sugars together. We're going to give the bowl a scrape. When baking anything, you always need to make sure you scrape your bowl. Unless you have one of those paddle attachments that has the scraper on it, and then it won't be necessary because it scrapes while mixing. But this makes sure that all of your ingredients are combined together, and also, you know, when you add flour and things like that, you don't want to bite into raw bits of flour. Next, I'm going to add 1 egg. And here I have some vanilla extract and milk. Also, I'm going to add food coloring. I'm using gel food coloring because it just colors better. But if you're using liquid food coloring, you would need to use at least a tablespoon. Gel food coloring, you just have to play around with it because I never measure the gel food coloring. I always go by eye. Give this a mix. Now we're going to add the dry ingredients. The flour, salt, and baking soda. All goes in at one time. Mix it on low. And as soon as this pulls together, you're going to turn the machine off. That's it. You don't want to over mix these cookies. And just give this a real quick scrape. And I'm going to mix the rest in my hand if there's any more raw flour. And this will go in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Not longer than an hour. I'm back with my cookie dough here that I refrigerated for an hour. And this should be just a little bit firm, but it's not too firm. So now we're going to shape these into round balls. And these are about 0.75 ounces each that we're rolling it to. So I'm just rolling it out. And you don't have to grease the cookie pan because this has butter in it, so it should just come up. So these are my cookies, and I wound up putting 10 on each pan. So these are going to go in a 350 degree oven, and this is going to go in for about 10 to 12 minutes. These are the cookies. And I want to show you them so that way you know that they're done. They are just beginning to slightly brown around the edges, and these are completely done. So let these sit for about 5 minutes on your cookie sheet, and then transfer them to a wire rack and allow them to cool. I hope you guys try this recipe and enjoy it. Please do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And one more thing, if you add chocolate chips to this, your cookies will come out with a lot of cracks on it. And it's better to use pastry flour or cake flour because they will come out a little bit flatter like it needs to be. But these are a little bit poofy, and they're poofy only because I used the all-purpose flour. Thank you for watching.